So what's your next step? I've been asked this question so many times recently, and honestly, it's been really stressing me out. A lot. It doesn't help that while others ask out of genuine concern or curiosity, it's also a question that lingers in my head in a very patronizing tone. What is next? Counter arguments that my brain comes up with include desperately trying to convince them and myself that I've got something brewing up, when in reality, I haven't really done anything to up that statement. Or if I'm feeling a bit riled up, adalah, which is pretty much the same as none of your damn business in Malaysian slang. Hi there, I'm Finn. I'm an independent artist based in Malaysia with a bachelor's in psychology. If you've already been following this channel, it's safe to say that my online presence hasn't exactly been existent these past few years. I'd like to apologize, but I don't really have much content to begin with, honestly. So let's take this as a comeback of sorts. If you're new here, welcome! You are witnessing the resurrection of a nearly dead channel and also the beginnings of my art journey taken seriously. Glad you could be here. This video is going to be a sort of vlog slash live update on the overall direction I plan to move toward in regards to my art and career. The clips shown in this video are basically me experimenting on my workflow, trying different locations, doing commissions, art studies, and testing out my haphazard daily schedule. Disclaimer, this video is not sponsored in any way and this channel is not monetized. If you'd like to support me, please consider donating to my Ko-fi, or you could leave a like, a comment, and perhaps subscribe if you find my content beneficial or entertaining to you. The links to all my platforms are in the description below. Now let's get back to the topic at hand. I always kind of knew that as a creative, it's difficult to be pursuing something you genuinely enjoy as a full-time career. I'm a realist with dreams. For a bit of context, I graduated from university back in October 2023 and immediately got a retail job which lasted for almost a year. I loved studying psychology. I still do. It helped me learn a lot of things about humans and opened my eyes to a lot of new perspectives. Unfortunately, uni life itself for me was dull, mainly because of the long duration lockdowns. I think I would have become a slightly more virtuous person had I experienced more than 2 months of physical classes with my batchmates. Anyways, the retail job I got was at a local bookstore that I grew up with. The job was basically what I expected it to be, and I absolutely loved the mundaneness of the tasks I had to do. Ultimately, I made the decision to leave because the inner voice inside me said it wouldn't be healthy for me to stay in this comfortable little bubble while I knew I wanted to do something more. I wanted to create, to learn more, and to explore what life has to offer. Well, at least I could check work at bookstore off the bucket list, eh? So, what's next? I knew I wanted to pursue art ever since I discovered that magical sensation of creating something that provoked one's perception. It was always an innate feeling I had, and I honestly grew sick and tired of adults saying that I had potential, whatever that meant. Anyways, what do I mean by calling myself an independent artist? A little sidetrack here. In my previous videos, I mentioned that I started cosplaying. After about 3 years of going to various events and making new friends in the local creative community, I realized that I could totally get into the whole small art business thing. I've tried it before when I left high school, and honestly, I never felt so alive back then. So now my plan forward is to get back into this whole content creation deal on YouTube, make prints and merchandise for when I plan to booth at events, and overall start my small business as an artist. I'm also planning to take commissions. And to prove to myself that I'm serious about this, I made a whole daily schedule including art studies to relearn the fundamentals. It's honestly a lot to juggle, but I feel like I'm slowly reconnecting with my true self these days. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. As you can see here, I started creating a commonplace book for my art notes that I got from books and videos I checked out. And this one is basically of drawing, like figure drawing and sketching and everything. I'll make a coloring one in a different book, but yeah, I think it helps. Anyways, what do you think of my arcane style study here? There's a lot of inaccuracies, but I guess it's pretty okay for a first time. Let me make a callback to what I said about myself earlier. Being a realist with dreams. When you reach that one point in early adulthood, you find yourself lost, not knowing what kind of person you want to be or what you want to do in life, and genuinely don't know how to move forward. You start contemplating and stressing about whether you should either follow your dreams or conform to the more quote unquote stable path and work for the government, the bank, or a big company. Most times, it's more reassuring to choose the latter, since it provides a sense of financial security at least. Some may even argue that wanting to follow your dreams equals you're just kidding yourself. Personally, I was at this phase a few months ago, and now still recovering from the emotional turmoil. While this whole debacle started pretty much after my first year of uni, I somehow managed to ground myself gently despite my awful anxiety going overboard at times. There's this article I found written by the author of the popular self-help book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, Mark Manson. The article titled Why Some Dreams Should Not Be Pursued teaches its readers to self-reflect and really ask yourself if you're willing to go through the process of reaching your dreams. I often think, do I really want to go through the struggles of creating a brand from the ground up? Being an artist in this economy might not really be the wisest choice, Finn. And after many, many days and nights of cracking my skull open, I decided that the answer is yes. I realize saying it out loud makes me sound very confident in myself and my choices, when in reality I am so very afraid. My anxiety always has its ways of blowing up at the best and worst of times. I'm at this crucial stage of life where I am needed to begin setting my foundations for my future world. And that thought alone feels like this large looming shadow that I feel is coming towards me, but I can't see it. It's scary. Thankfully, I have a small band of friends who are in the same boat, and a somewhat supportive yet worrisome family to help me realize that it's really okay to feel this way, petrified over these seemingly big decisions and sacrifices I need to consider making. Here's where my psych degree and overall love for psychology comes in clutch. There was this elective subject in my course called positive psychology, which I realize now I didn't actually take in favor of expressive arts therapies. Oops. Positive psychology is the scientific study of what makes life most worth living. It's basically about happiness and well-being and helping others achieve them. In 2012, a psychologist named Martin Seligman developed the PERMA model that basically further defines well-being: positive emotions, engagement, positive relationships, meaning, and achievement. I won't delve too deep on this, but to put it simply, I found that being mindful of these 5 facets helped regulate my emotions whilst motivating myself into pushing forward despite the many uncertainties. Maybe reading up on it would help others too. Who knows? Okay, that's all I have for now. I sure yapped a lot, huh? I hope you found something beneficial from this video, if not also entertainment. I'll leave the sources of the articles I mentioned in the description if you're interested in reading up on them. Also, I forgot to actually debut it, but this is my new and updated persona. Yippee! I'm going to use it for future live streams and videos. And I'm planning to put out one video every month, well, that's the plan, and maybe a few shorts here and there, so stay tuned. As for live streams, I haven't decided when I'll do them yet, but I'll make a community announcement soon. Once again, if you'd like to support me, I have a Ko-fi, or you could like, comment, and consider subscribing to this channel. It would mean a lot. I'm also on Kara and Instagram. The links to all my socials are in the description box below. This has been Finn, and I'll see you next time. Also, a Comic Fiesta 2024 vlog is in the works right now. It will probably be finished and uploaded by the end of next month. So stay tuned!